Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the SPX and the NDX daily close. We're gonna see what happened today, what it might happen next. So today we saw, of course, a little bit of push towards the upside. We were expecting, of course, a high prices, high opening for the market, but we were expecting also to take the blue zone, taking the high here. This did not happen. Now we took the 886, which is a good signal. 886 meaning the fib level, the 886 here. And that means, of course, when you take this fib level, means sooner or later you're gonna take this high. However, if we take a look inside this wave, which is supposed to be a wave 5 inside this impulse, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and currently we are looking for a final move for this wave 5, which it might hit, of course, potentially this blue zone here. Still looking for it, of course. And yeah, we're still basically in the same scenarios that we have before. Potentially, we can finish an impulse here and finish, of course, with it an A, B, and a C, A, B, and a C. This impulse, of course, is your wave C. And potentially, you can call a wave 1 after it, for example, as a diagonal wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal. Now, we're talking about a very high volatility here, of course, that it might unfold. And the diagonal, it's not necessarily to be in that shape. It can be forming several shapes, and it can be, of course, less aggressive than it might seems here. So we're gonna see, of course, it depends on the wave 2 after it, after finishing the wave 1 here. If you get the 3 waves for a wave 2, your wave 2 can be very deep. Don't forget a wave 2 in an ending or leading diagonal, it can be, of course, 0.886, even moving towards the upside later on for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing a big wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, getting back to a healthier market potentially. If we dive inside the 15-minute chart here, we can see, of course, inside this impulse, we have a leading diagonal again for a wave 1. You got your wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. You got your wave 4, no invalidation, so very healthy impulse so far. We want to see, of course, continuation towards the upside after this wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Entering the blue box, finally taking the high. Confirmation at least for a potential bullish market. And yeah, we take it from there. Let's take a look closer also for Nasdaq at the same time to see Nasdaq what happened today. On Nasdaq, for the 1 hour chart, we're looking at the same potential scenarios here. We mentioned also that we might finish, of course, differently than SPX and Nasdaq. You still have a potential move toward the upside for a wave 5 to finish this impulse as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 invalidation. And because of this interfering here of the wave 4 with the zone 1, meaning no impulse, we have to think, of course, about something else. It might be here a zigzag toward the upside A, B, and a wave C. Of course, extended wave C. Only a zigzag can have an extended wave C. And that's why it is a confirmation that this might be a zigzag for a wave 1 again here for an ending diagonal. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside is a potential finished wave 1 as a leading diagonal again. So the potential of higher prices is still there. Don't forget, again, we took the 886, meaning this fib level as 886 will take the high soon or later. Preferably, of course, to see a move toward the upside. Now wave 2 can still drop a little bit, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5. When you see a lot of leading diagonals and a lot of ending diagonals, of course, the market is in a volatile situation. Yeah, this is how we can call it, because diagonals are very, very zigzags and very up and down. So a lot of volatility is expected, of course, for this week. Now, if we see another scenario, of course, a deeper wave toward the downside, of course, yeah, that is not nice to see, because your wave 4 should be finished. Yeah, if you are in a wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, better to not take the slow, because better to see a wave 4 taking this time based on this wave 2 here, which is still very possible. But if you get a bigger wave 4 here with this time, it's becoming kind of like impossible in terms of alternation. Yeah. So preferably not to take this low at all. better to see, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as ending diagonal, finishing wave 1 here. Potential for another bigger ending diagonal, yeah, that we might see, of course, unfolding. This is the only possibility for the bullish market. If we want to see a bullish market, of course, guys, it might, this what the chart says right now, that it might need a lot of time for the US market to recover and to start a bullish market again. Yeah, and that's why it is in a formation potentially for a bullish market. If we take the low, again, as explained, if we take this low, yeah, consider that this is something else unfolding. It might be 3 waves up and 3 waves down. Now, could it be that this is our wave 1 here as an A, B, and a C? Well, it can be as well. Can be, possibly it can be, guys. But yeah, preferably to get a much clearer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because this looks like just one leg internally, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still have a 1, 2 here, and this is the wave 3 potentially, and then 4 and a 5. Yep, so these are the daily closes. Basically, I still see higher prices, higher potential, unless, of course, we start to see very low area here with this wave 2, knowing that it still can be open for a wave 3. Taking the low, therefore something else might be unfold to be testing, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level. If overshooted, then of course we're moving toward the downside. Preferably not taking this yellow line again, which is a very dangerous recession toward the downside. I'm not gonna repeat, it's the same always. Of course, I talked about this in every single video before. So that was it for Nasdaq and SPX. I wish you to have a nice eve. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one.